Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In case this is your first time here, my name is Candy and I make weekly videos on keto recipes and updates on my weight loss journey. So you are in for a treat today. Consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that bell notification so that you guys know the next time when I put out a video. You never know when it's going to be another delicious recipe like today's. You're not going to want to miss out, so stay tuned. So today we are going to do a mug cake recipe. We are going to make this super simple, so stick around and you will see what kind of delicious cake we come up with.
Smells chocolatey, eh?
So we are going to do a chocolate mug cake recipe. This one is to die for. And it has this wonderful, wonderful glaze on the outside that is just like a frosting. You guys, it is simple and quick. We are going to use our total milk protein powder. You guys know from my biscuit recipe and that pizza recipe that we put out in the last couple weeks how great this stuff is. If you have not gotten this, you need to go to Amazon right now. It is selling out like hotcakes. I found out that they have the big one. It is a much better price. You get more for your money. So I bought the big one because I think that there's going to be a shortage on this stuff, just like there was that egg white powder. And several of the people in my chat have been talking about that as well. So I got the big one because I don't want to run out. So this is what we have going on for my mug cake recipe. I already have a large coffee cup ready to go for my ingredients, and all I did on the inside of my coffee cup was rub a little bit of butter on the inside, and I have my dry ingredients together right here. We have 3 tablespoons of the total milk protein. We have 2 tablespoons of sweetener. You can use a monk fruit erythritol blend. You can use 2 tablespoons also of allulose. Allulose isn't as sweet. People like allulose as well. I've tested it with allulose. It's just as good. It's just not as sweet. If you like allulose, use that. Up to you. Just 2 tablespoons of sweetener. We have a half a teaspoon of baking powder. We have 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. Now, my cocoa powder is really dark. I use black cocoa powder. If you have not tried black cocoa powder, it is delicious. It is what they use to make Oreo cookies. So try it. I'll put a link below so you guys can try out black cocoa powder. It's wonderful. So what else we have going on here? So that's my dry ingredients. All in here is the total milk protein, the sweetener, the baking powder, and the cocoa powder. What we have in this little bowl right here is a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We have 1 large egg, and we have 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Now that is going to make the cake light. And in here we have 2 tablespoons of softened butter. Does not have to be all the way melted, just softened. So we're going to go ahead and mix our dry ingredients and make sure all of that is mixed and there's no clumps. I can already smell the Oreo smell. Smells wonderful. Oh my gosh. Feels like an Oreo cookie. I'm telling y'all, I didn't even know they had black cocoa powder. But once I found out, I bought some and I have not turned back since. But you can use regular cocoa powder. It's fine. Either one. But when you cook with black cocoa powder, that cake is super, super dark. So you will see, if you have never used it, you'll see how dark that cake is when I make it. Okay, so we have it in there. I'm not going to sift the ingredients. I'm not serving this to the president. I'm not serving it to royalty. If it got a little clump in there, it's fine. It's just for me. Okay, so I'm just going to dump these ingredients in there and we're going to mix it up. So once I get these mixed up, it's going to be a pretty thick batter. But that is okay. It is going to bake up nice. And we are just going to throw it in the microwave. Every microwave is different. Mine, for this recipe, takes about, I think about 1 minute and 15 seconds is what I noticed. Now you can make this recipe without the heavy whipping cream, and when I do, it's a little bit less time. It's right about a minute for my microwave. So like I said, every microwave is different. There's different wattage. You're just gonna have to mess around. You're not gonna wanna overcook it, because if you do, it's gonna result in a really dry mug cake. So it kind of looks like brownie batter, right? That looks like brownie batter. Yum. Okay, so we have our ingredients mixed. We're going to throw it in our mug right now. And just because I want every little bit, I'm going to get a silicone scoop. Look how much more I got out of there. That's the fatty in me. I don't want to waste none. If you're not scared of botulism, you can lick the spoon. Tastes like brownie batter. It's delicious. Okay, so I am going to throw this in the microwave. 1 minute. I'm going to look at it because it's going to puff up. And when it puffs up, you're going to get a little nervous, but it's okay. You can let it puff up a little bit. When it gets real high, you might want to stop the microwave and restart it. You can start testing it with a toothpick at about a minute. You're going to want the toothpick to come out clean, just like in the oven. Once that toothpick's clean, then you can take it out and your cake is done. Okay, let's throw it in. So it is still jiggly. It is not going to be done yet. You see the outside of this? Looks pretty wet. I'm going to throw it in for 15 more seconds. Okay, so now we are going to dump this out on a plate. Now, here's my trick. If you cook it till it's almost done, but still a little bit liquidy on the outside, that is done, but it creates this really good outside frosting like substance that is just delicious. Look at that. Yum. Yum. How delicious does that look? That is wonderful, but it is completely cooked on the inside. And it has this wonderful, wonderful glaze on the outside that is just like a frosting. And we have another frosting that I made for the top that is in the fridge. I made a cream cheese frosting that we are going to get out right now, and I'm going to put on the top. This other frosting that I made is optional, but I am going to show you what it is and how I did it. I already have it made up. I'm not going to bore you with the details on how to mix it together. You can mix it with a fork, you can mix it with a little blender, it's up to you. So this is enough to frost several of the cakes depending on how much frosting you want. So this is 1 ounce of softened cream cheese, and I mixed in 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream and 1 tablespoon of a sweetener of your choice. So I'm just going to drizzle this over the top, and then we're going to have ourselves a little mug cake. So you can have this frosting made up ahead of time, keep it in your fridge, so when you make a mug cake, you can have this ready to go. All right, y'all, does that not look like the cutest most delicious mug cake ever. This is our Oreo mug cake. Now, I am sorry to tell you, Terry will not be joining us for a taste test, so I am going to have to take one for the team and try it out. It's sad but true. It is like 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 2:30 and I thought to myself, I have to do this. I have such a busy week. My daughter is pregnant and we are having a baby shower this weekend for her. I am not going to have time to do videos this weekend, and I have friends coming in from out of state to stay with us tomorrow. So today's the day. I have to make the video. So we are going to taste this little sucker right now. But this is our keto mug cake, you guys. You are not going to be disappointed. We're going to test it. Okay, you guys, here goes nothing. I'm going to show you what the inside of this looks like. Look how moist and delicious. Yum. If you could hear how moist that is. Can you see the layers? Yum, yum, yum. It is good. Took me 1 minute and 15 seconds to cook this in my microwave. Y'all, this is the answer you've been waiting for. You're gonna have a mug cake that's keto, and it does not have that nasty ass almond flour in it. Gluten-free, nut-free, but all the delicious taste. Run to the store and get y'all some of that total milk protein, because that's where it's at, you guys. No more oopsie cakes for your birthday. None of that. You got yourself a real birthday cake right here. Tastes like the real deal. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me this morning. I'm gonna get this video out for you this weekend. Check out my other videos. I'll put a link above for one of my other videos using the total milk protein. Check out the pizza one. That crust is wonderful. It is delicious. Please like, subscribe, share the videos with your friends. Put it out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of that stuff. Ring the little bell so you know when the next time I put a new video out. All of that helps support my channel and all of my cooking experiments. That way you guys get the benefits of the recipes that I come up with. This is worth it. Share the video with your friends so that they can have a real cake on their birthday and not have to have one of those nasty almond flour cakes that are not good. Because we all know that is not where it's at. Thanks for joining me, you guys, and hope to see you here again next time. Bye.